This is not only for the kids. We're going to be talking about that coming up. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to Motivation Inspire. I'm so glad you're here. And, I have a lot to unpack. Is Christmas just for the kids? Uh, I'm going to get into that here because I want you to understand that it's, wow. Like I said, before I get into that, I'm going to thank you, first of all, for those of you're a new subscriber. Uh, you probably hear from the shorts or the algorithm. But do you know the crazy thing is? Some of you are still watching this, but you haven't yet subscribed. So go ahead and subscribe. Tell people about this channel. Go ahead and comment and like this channel because definitely want to be able to share that with you here on my journey. And this is a special um, topic today, and hopefully this will actually help you in your heart and stay focused on what I'm going to be sharing with you today. Okay, so over the Thanksgiving holiday, which a lot of people don't celebrate no more, and it's because that's another topic. But the fact is that some people do celebrate, some people don't, but nevertheless, here I had a conversation with family members, and and we were talking about Christmas is just for the kids. This is what I'm hearing, and this is what I'm absorbing. And you don't want to be rude. These are people that come to your house maybe once a year, or maybe every 2 years, or whatever the case may be. There's no room for argument, and especially for the holidays. You got to learn how to forgive people when it does happen like that. I mean, the thing is, for me, hey, they're gonna talk and they're gonna do whatever they really want to talk about. Okay, that's fine. But hear my heart. I want you to understand. Christmas is not just for the kids. Okay, it's for everybody. That's right. It's for everybody, and I'm gonna prove that to you here. Okay, let's look at Isaiah chapter 9, verse 6 and 7. I'm going to share that here on my screen. For a child is born to us. God has given us a son to us, okay? And he will be responsible for leading the people. So Jesus is responsible to leading us, okay? And his name will be Wonderful Counselor, Powerful God, Father who lives forever, Prince of Peace, power that will begin his kingdom. So God has given him power already, and will continue to grow forever. Okay, so you probably already know the story very well, how this actually unfolds, and let me encourage you to read, and that way you can get up to speed to understand this background. Okay, and he will rule you as King David's throne over David's kingdom. Okay, and he will not he will make it strong by ruling with justice and goodness from now on and forever. Okay, here's the thing. Jesus came down to rescue us. Okay, and I'm not going to go through the theology of what's happening here. But I can tell you this real quick story here. There was a 300 years dispensation, okay, which between the Old and New Testament, and during that time there was a lot of chaos. Okay, that's another story I want to share with you. But I'm going to get down to the nitty gritty, and that is here. You have to understand the little background I'm going to share with you. Okay, when this started happening, there was a lot going on. Even the time of Moses, and Moses was getting the Ten Commandments from God. I think it took weeks or something. I don't know. It took a long time, and people were getting restless, and they started creating their own gods, and started creating the golden calf, and they said, you know what, Moses is not going to come. I don't know what's going on. What's up with them? And so when he finally came down and said, here guys, I got the Ten Commandments, and people were going nuts. Well, this is one incident that actually happened, and historically in God's word. Okay, And again, you're going to have to read that on your own so you can have a better background. So, in between that time, there was a lot of sin going down. It was crazy. The priest every year would sacrifice the lamb, and that way we can be cleansed from all sin. And and that's how it started. You know, the high priest would do that, and then it just came to a screeching halt because there was just so much sin in the world that it had to stop. You know, so after 300 years of silence, this is the look to where Jesus came down and he was born in Mary. Okay, and that's another topic that I'm not going to get into it, but I want to get you to understand, you know, the true meaning of Christmas, and it's not just for the kids. The background I'm trying to tell you is that Jesus came down to be the sacrificial lamb. Okay, he came down and he said, "You know what, God, I'm going to go down there, and I'll be the lamb. I'll be the sacrificial lamb. I'll go down there, and the high priest doesn't have to do this anymore. As a matter of fact, you know, I got to get down there and let me do this, and this is what I want to do to help our people." Okay, so you know what? After he was born, these things that I was telling you about having to be a wonderful counselor, because Jesus is a wonderful counselor. Okay, Jesus is powerful. When you pray, you ask God, you ask Him for healing or whatever the case may be with financial situations. He's a powerful God. Okay, the Father who lives forever, and you can experience that freedom. The gift that God has given us is Jesus. It's one of the greatest outlook to your future, and then you got to question yourself: am I going to heaven? Am I really going to heaven? And you have to say that to yourself. Yeah. Well, you know, the thing of it is, I'm going to heaven, and how I'm going to do that is because Jesus promised us, and if we give our life to Him, we will have everlasting life. You know, for God so loved the world, He gave His Son so we can have everlasting life. I want everlasting life. That's the greatest gift. And what are you talking about, family member? About kids, just the kids for the Christmas? And I mean, I'm sorry, I get a little frustrated here, but Christmas is not for the kids. It's not only for the kids. Okay, now everybody celebrates it different, but the true meaning is Jesus is the reason why we celebrate Christmas. That's the reason. So we can be reminded about His true gift to us. That's everlasting life. That's the best gift ever. Okay? Yeah, the presents, the trees, the snowman, the you know, whatever you celebrate. Okay? But don't forget the meaning behind the true meaning of Christmas. And no, it's not for the kids. I'm telling you, it's not for the kids. Let's enjoy, let's celebrate these things that He's given us. Peace. He's a Prince of Peace. And He came down here because it was chaotic. It's still chaotic, you know? It's so chaotic out there, guys. It's, you know, this world, everybody say, I don't know about this world. I don't know about this world. I do know about this world. These things have to be fulfilled. Okay? In order for the Prince of Peace to come down here and set us free and take us captive into His presence, that's where we need to understand He's a Prince of Peace. He gives us peace through the chaos, the crap. And I'm sorry to say that because it's the truth that happens here. There's a lot of things that you have to understand, you know, Israel having wars, with Hamas and war, whatever, it's not. This is God's country. Israel is God's country. Okay, so whoever messes with God's country, it's got a thing or two coming to them. And anyhow, we're praying for peace. We're praying that God will really speak to your heart today. Okay, accept that gift. Accept the gift, because that gift is so powerful. And believe it or not, you will have a sense of peace. You have a better walk with God. And anything in this world doesn't really have nothing to offer. Okay, you can experience that with God. Everything that He will provide for you in your life, your family, and let's knock off that attitude that Christmas is just for the kids. It's not. I'm going to tell you, it's not. So make this the best season ever. You, as a man or woman, stand up to your family and tell people that Christmas has a meaning. And it's just not for the kids. It's for everybody to enjoy, to be reminded by Him, being that He's a counselor, and He was there for us for the reasons that He died as a human, and He was the atonement for this world. Okay, and it's the greatest gift ever. Thanks for watching Motivation Inspired. I'm sure that you're going to share a special Christmas moment with your family, and I can't wait to hear that in your comments. Go ahead and comment. Tell me about today's video. I would love to hear your feedback, and go ahead and share. Tell people about this channel. We'll see you next time.